1963, Soviet-American tensions had reached the boiling point. Nuclear warheads have been spotted in more than 150 Cuban bases by American spies. Seeing that the Soviets had been targeting every major city in the United States, except for Seattle. Kennedy, we've got a situation with the Cubans.
What? The Cubans? Oh no!
Remember to give me those drafts? Yeah, those miniature ones. How about 10 of those, and some elephants, and I need some fur hats. Yeah, about 500 of them, and bedazzle them for the ladies, thanks.
Hola, amigo.
Oh, hello, little brother. Oh, little amigo. See, oh, yeah. So, how are those warheads coming?
See, yes. I have all of our missiles ready. Don't worry. Yes, they're aimed at every city, except for Seattle, of course. I know how you like that one.
And the bases? Everything's in plan?
Yes. Our plan is perfect. It'll be great. Love you, big bro. Okay. Adios.
До свидания.
Alright, men, got a situation with these Cubans. What are we gonna do? Advise me. They're pretty out of control, but I think if we band together a bunch of porpoises, you know, dolphins and such, and take them and parade them around Cuba, you know, not Haiti, just Cuba, parade them around, they can use their echolocation, and all the Cubans will just have a freak out, and they'll just self-destruct. It's easy.
Advice number one, you're just ridiculous.
You know what?
That is the dumbest idea I've ever
Guys, I'm the president. Listen to me.
Okay.
I have a better idea. But first, how's my hair? Yeah, I talked to my advisors. They're kind of my bros. I was going to quarantine Cuba because all those stupid Soviets were coming in. Yeah, not going to work, Soviets.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. As endorsed by the resolution of the Congress, I have directed that the following initial steps be taken immediately. First, to halt this offensive buildup, a strict quarantine on all offensive military equipment under shipment to Cuba is being initiated. All ships of any kind bound to Cuba, from whatever nation or port, where they're found to contain cargoes of offensive weapons, be turned back. This quarantine will be extended, if needed, to other types of cargo and carriers.
I believe that America deserved to be attacked in a nuclear manner. I mean, they refused to be my friend. Kennedy refused my friendship. He refused to help me. So I just went to the Soviets. And Russia, Khrushchev over there, they welcomed me. They're like my big brother. We're like this. And when Khrushchev told me, let's just attack America with all these nuclear bombs, I said, okay, just not Seattle. And that's basically how it went out. Yeah, they're going to shoot missiles at us. No, that's some bad mojo. No way, Jose. Really? They're only saving Seattle. Think they wanted our coffee.
So basically, I sent a whole bunch of warheads over to Cuba. Not just because they're sour, but because they're destructive too. And I was like, screw you, Americans! Communism rules. That was basically it.
Dear Mr. Kennedy, I am sending this letter to you in regards of Cuba. I want all of this nonsense to end, so I will stop sending arms to Cuba as long as you bring down the blockade of Cuba. With this, I hope we can maintain peace. Sincerely, Khrushchev.
No.
Oh, no, you don't, you two-plane. Not on my watch. Yes! That's how we Cubans do it. All right.
Mr. President, I have heard about the U-2 plane incident and am appalled. Therefore, I have a proposal. We are willing to remove from Cuba the means which you regard as offensive. Sincerely, Khrushchev.
I sent a letter to Kennedy to try to make amends, but he won't back down. See, communists, we try to make amends. Those darn Americans, they just want war all the time.
So, yeah, I got Khrushchev's letter, but you know what? He didn't give me everything that I want. So, no peace. No peace till he gives me everything that I want. That's what I deserve.
Hey guys, we won. It's party time.
Yes! Yes!
So the Cuban Missile Crisis relates to today because of our relations in regards of trade and visiting the country in general. Because of that, I feel that we still have burdens carried over from the entire crisis itself. And yeah.
I think that the Cuban Missile Crisis is really important to today because there's still tensions from the Cold War, especially from that era. So people today don't understand why we don't like Russia or why we don't like Cuba, and it's still really prevalent. And today, why is probably the most important part of understanding something, and that's why the Cuban Missile Crisis is important to learn about.
So I think that the Cuban Missile Crisis relates to today because if America or the Soviet Union had attacked, then we would have had World War III. And yeah, the world would be a lot different today for us and our relationship with Russia, even though the Soviet Union isn't there anymore. But still, yeah. Okay, I'm done.
So I think that learning about the Cuban Missile Crisis is kind of important because it teaches us how to learn from our mistakes from the past, from entering into a nuclear war almost, and so it helps us now to try to avoid doing that and to avoid breaking ties with other countries, especially now when we're dealing with things from the Middle East and with our ties there and all of the things going on there.
Go.
Okay. I think America deserved to be nuclearly attacked.
Because you see, communism is the best ideology.
Honestly,
So I sent a letter to Kenny, try to reconcile things. Kenny wouldn't back down. Did I say it wrong again? You laughed. I did not. I said reconcile.
Don't fall in, please. This thing is impossible to tip over. Literally impossible. Oh my god, stop filming me!